Malicious emails have gotten good, like really good. They can make any email look authentic, but is it? Today we're going to follow the trail of malicious emails and discover some tactics attackers use. Before getting into any specific examples, let's start with the basics. When someone spoofs an email, they're creating a fake, unofficial email and attaching an official name to that email. And the body of the email is typically a phishing attack. A phishing attack is when someone tricks you into revealing personal information like usernames and passwords. That may sound confusing, so let's look at an example. Here's an email from iCloud giving me a ticket number and telling me that my Apple ID has been locked. Is this email really from Apple? No. To prove this, let's examine the email in Apple's native mail app. When I hover over the sender's name, iCloud, and click the down arrow, a menu will appear where you can see iCloud's email address. You can tell where this came from by looking to the right of the @ symbol. In this case, this email is coming from cloud9.ide.com, which is obviously not apple.com. Therefore, it's not an official email from Apple. However, if we skip over the fact that this email did not come from Apple, let's look at the Verify Account button at the bottom of the email. Clicking the button will open the link in my default browser. The site address is zygwc.com. If the site worked, it would probably ask me to enter in my Apple ID, which I would never do. If we looked at the domain zygwc.com, we can once again tell that we are not on apple.com, proving that this email is not from Apple. Not only is this email spoofing Apple, but it's also an attempted phishing attack to get my Apple ID. On the topic of emails from Apple, Apple will never send you an email with a Microsoft Word attached. In general, never open Word documents from unknown senders. Those documents could hold malicious code that could give an attacker access to your computer. Let's see what happens when attackers take it to the next level. This is an invite to a PDF document via Microsoft SharePoint. SharePoint is Microsoft's online collaboration software for businesses. Believe it or not, this is a completely authentic Microsoft SharePoint email. The email, which I've hidden for privacy reasons, is a real email that belongs to the sender and has not been spoofed. When I click open, the link opens in my default browser, taking me to a PDF shared via Microsoft SharePoint. Once again, everything here is authentic. What's in the PDF is when things get fishy. The PDF tells me that I have to click the Continue to File link to access the files. After clicking the link, I get a warning from my browser telling me I'm entering an unsafe site, which is a big red flag. But to see where it goes, I'm going to ignore the warning. However, I do not recommend you do the same. If your browser tells you you're entering an unsafe site, turn away. Now, I'm taken to a site to download my file from Dropbox. Unfortunately, the site no longer works. Previously, when it did, it would ask me to sign in with my Dropbox account to access the files. This is where even I call it quits. Now that we've made it to the end of the chain, and way further than I would recommend anyone going, let's look into this Dropbox sign-in page. To do this, we're going to examine the domain. The .tk tells us that the site is registered to a New Zealand territory. When I go to their website, as if to purchase my own .tk domain, I learn that you can get a .tk address for free. And because it's free, it's perfect for attackers. The anti-phishing working group has logged that about 20% of .tk sites are used for phishing attacks like seen here. As you can see, email attackers go to great lengths in an attempt to collect your private information. With this, I hope you can now know what to look out for in spoofing and phishing attacks. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you're leaving with more questions than answers, leave those in the comments below. Also below, check out the description where I've left a bunch of links about spoofing and phishing attacks. Follow Apple Guide Web on Instagram and Twitter @AppleGuideWeb. Thanks for watching.